2 o'clock in the morning. Go to where somewhere light is. Um, yeah, this is better. I'm making this video basically because I heard about it earlier today, but I just didn't. It's too much light here. Yeah. Um, damn, all this lighting, lighting. That's good lighting. Okay. Today, made a video. I didn't make a video. Today I believe I saw on YouTube, that ex-officer Michael Rosevelt, whatever his fucking name is, has been found not guilty in the shooting of a black unarmed teen. The district attorney is highly upset that he was found innocent, but though that's the way the jury system worked. So that is what it is. Another officer gets away with killing another black teen, aka nigger, pretty much. Um, I just have so many questions when it comes to this, and I promised myself. I said that I wasn't going to look at any. Well, I said I wasn't going to look at any anymore, but I never said I wasn't going to talk about them. But what I don't understand is this fucking light. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get together. But what I don't understand is how is it possible? Well, how is it that you get away with shooting someone in the back? How do you get away with that? Like, it just doesn't make no sense. Like, I'm ashamed to say that I'm from the state of Pennsylvania. At least I'm not from Pittsburgh, but like, I'm ashamed to say that I'm from the state of Pennsylvania. Like, where do you get off shooting someone in the back? Now, they said, you can't believe what you read in reports or whatever, but they said that the officer acted, the shooting was justified because, get this, they supposedly was involved in a shootout and he was one of the ones that helped clean the car. Or whatever, however it goes. Y'all know, if y'all don't know the story, just Google it. Unarmed, well, a bunch of, like maybe 100 gonna come up, but this one took place in Pittsburgh. But, I think last year. But my thing about it is this. They were saying that the jury would show some type of surveillance camera and showed him, so it was a shootout involved in something, and he, was helping clean up. It doesn't matter. Just because someone committed crime, it doesn't warrant them to die. Like, I don't believe in that. If someone's committed a crime, it doesn't warrant a death unless they're trying to inflict pain and horror, or trying to kill someone else, or or harm somebody. Then I can understand it. But if a person is just taking a bag of chips and running out the door, or decide to run from cops or whatever, that don't warrant death. If someone steals a car, that don't warrant no, it doesn't warrant death. It doesn't warrant death. That officer, black officer, down in Dallas, I believe it was, some kids decided they were Spanish and he's black, but this is not a racial thing, but they stole some parts off his truck in broad daylight. A police officer, off-duty police officer, went on the side of the car and just shot that boy all them fucking times. Like, shot that boy like 6, 7 fucking times. Then went over to go shoot his friend, but his bullet, because he were out of fucking bullets. What type of shit is that? Because somebody stole some pieces off your car, you think it's justified to go and kill somebody? Why not call the cops? Because y'all think y'all above the law. There's somebody that thinks he's above the law. He only got 10 years. I don't understand that, but, true, the guy shouldn't have been taken of him, but it didn't warrant his death. Like, what the fuck? Somebody, like Paul O'Neill in Chicago, somebody steal a car, it warrants them to die? That cop in Arkansas that accused, that investigation's still going on. There's going to be some shit with that, but the cop that claimed that the dude was in a stolen car and he had a weapon jumped as this dude rolling off 2 miles per second, not even going fast. The cop jumped to get out. He just started rolling. The cop jumped on top of the car and started firing inside the fucking window. They're gonna yell he got a gun, but on the press conference, no gun was found, and we don't even know if the car was stolen. Death penalty. I don't want to hear, no, he thought his life was in danger and this, that, because if that was the case, when somebody comes around us that we're scared or afraid, we have a right to start bussing. Like, no, they're not above the law. And they need, like I said, when a situation like that happen, they need to be arrested on the spot. A cop needs to be arrested on the fucking spot and thrown in jail until whatever happens, happens. Shit. Like, shit, it's like they get both freedoms. And I'm not trying to talk, like I keep saying, I'm tired of talking about this, but I'm not trying to talk bad against cops. I'm not. Don't get me wrong, but it's just, I just find it kind of unfair that, it just, no, his ass need to be in jail. Y'all put that right in that, it's hard, it's horrible. And now here comes the civil trial. Now, I forgot the young man that was shot and gunned down. And I'm not saying that he was in the right, but I mean, he was, even if he wasn't committing a crime, if he wasn't trying to hurt nobody or kill nobody, it don't warrant death. I was looking at an interview on one of them, I think it was CNN or something, and they was talking about something. It was talking to a Chicago lieutenant or something, and he was talking about some comply, comply, comply. So like sometimes when you comply, where you still get shot, he was on something. Ain't no fucking guarantees. What the fuck you mean ain't no fucking guarantees? Talking about something, it doesn't. When a person don't have to have a gun in order for an officer to use deadly force. Fuck out of here. That's the type of shit, and don't get me wrong, that's the type of shit that make people go after police. I'm not go after them, but defend themselves from police because they have a right to pull out a gun at any fucking time and say that she was reaching for something. I've seen too many YouTube videos where officers come out and they're just reaching for their guns. I've never had to go through that. I've never actually. One time in Philadelphia, I had some officers throw some pizza at me, but other than that, I have never went through nothing with the police except one time when I was 16 and my mom called the cops on me and called the cops. Well, I called the cops on my mom because we had a situation and the cop wasn't really was being smart and I told him to get the fuck out of my house. But other than that, I've never really had any issue with the cops. So I mean, well, I guess the U.S. Marshals and SWAT team is something different, but. Like, other than that, I've never been racially, well, I can't even say that now because now I think about it. But basically, what I'm saying is, like, you can comply, you can still get killed. And, that bothers me. And I don't understand, I just don't understand why, like, something has got to change. Something has got to change. Like, what can we do? Not as a people, because believe it or not, it's not just black people that this is affecting. They're gunning down all races. It is a majority of us, but it's a majority of African American. But they're gunning down all races. They gunning down white people too. They gunning down Puerto Ricans too. But my question is, what are we going to do as a country about this policing problem? Because it is a problem. And like a lot of people will disagree with me. This video wasn't supposed to be this long, but a lot of people will disagree with me. But stop and frisk, hey, but you got to stop and frisk everybody. Everybody. If that's what we're doing, you need to stop and frisk everybody. Because I keep going back to this, but I'm tired of saying it. But it's the truth. If y'all had stopped and frisked that dude before he took that ass up into that Madden tournament, them people might still be alive. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? With the mass shooters, where the police at that? You know what I mean? When that's going on, it seems like they spend majority of their time going into the poor black neighborhoods, harassing African Americans. That's what it seems like to me, or poor people. Like, not saying that we're poor, but you get what I'm saying. They go into ethnic areas, low income areas, and start trouble. Now, granted, there's a lot of shit going on out there, and believe me, it is. But a lot of the stuff I've seen, it don't warrant nobody getting killed. Shit, I want to know the statistics. I don't know what it is, but what is the percentage of police shooting and the person didn't have a gun. If that shit is over 50%, which I'm more than probably sure it is, I'm quite sure it probably is, that's a problem. A serious problem. You know, like, it's scary. It's really fucking scary. Like, who's gonna? Ugh, I done been through this already, but that's pretty much it. Like, it's just the ex officer, I forgot Ross, whatever his fucking name is. He was he was found not guilty of killing the young unarmed black teen. And another thing I want to say, these a lot of the times, like, it's too many 17-year-olds dying. And I mean, don't like I just don't understand like I remember when I was 17. Like I said, I remember when I was 17 and it was almost like yesterday. It was 98. I was 17 years old. I was a baby. I was a baby. And maybe 17 back in 98 versus 17 in 2019 and 18 in these 20 teens areas, maybe is a difference. Or maybe I was just a bitch. I don't know. Maybe I was just a punk ass. I don't know. But I just, it's still an innocence there. Like, how can you squeeze on a 17, 16-year-old? Like, I just don't understand it. Then I wonder how they feel when they don't have guns, when they don't find anything. That's a fucking child. Like, you're like, you're a child killer. Yeah. You're a child killer. You're a child murderer. You murdered someone's child. You know, and it's, but, you know, we gonna like something needs to be done. Like I always say better training, but I just think the fuck better training. Just more rules need to be enforced when they're involved in a shooting like that. Like that dude. Now I'm not saying if a guy pull out a gun on a cop and the cop bust his ass, I'm not pop his ass. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about like the Paul O'Neill situation. I don't know why I keep going back to Paul. I think out of all the ones out of they all stick with me, but for some reason I don't know why the Laquan and the Paul one, Paul, oh no, they were both up in Chicago. Those two stick with me the most. I don't know why, but they all stick with me, but those stick with me the most. And like what I was saying, I was saying, okay, like I just don't understand. Yeah, when situations like that happen, like in Arkansas, the cop jumping on the car, I'm gonna say, and the Paul O'Neill and what's his fucking name? Damn, I'm fucking up. I'm getting brain freeze with it. Paul O'Neill and the McDaniel guy and I'm sorry. My whole situation is this, and the dude that jumped on the car in Arkansas. If if situations like that, they need to be arrested on the spot and charged. Then you investigate, you find out what happened. But I truly believe in a situation like that, when you become an officer, you made sacrifices. You swore on a badge. So I believe that you should immune. I think some of your rights should be immune if you're an officer. I really believe some of your rights should be immune because y'all immune in our rights all the time. So some of your rights should be immune. And what I mean by that is immune the right word to use? Some of your rights, you should forfeit some of your rights. And far as that is like far as the innocent is who proven guilty, it should be guilty until proven innocent when you're a cop. Because there's no accountability. Well, now they're starting to put them in jail, but they're only giving them 10, 15 years. That ain't enough for a human fucking life. Like, what the fuck? If you kill one of them, you going under the fucking jail. And like I said, nobody should be killing anybody, but it's about being fair. I believe like everybody life matters. Believe it or not, I know everybody life matter. Black lives matter. We do. Everybody lives matter, but we're not. I really know that the Black Lives Matter movement isn't pretty much saying that only Black lives matter. We're just saying Black lives matter, and they do. But this whole genocide. with the police, and I'm probably using words that I shouldn't be using, but this whole genocide with the police and in this whole situation, there are good cops out there. There really are. I've had some that helped me, and there are good officers out there, but I just don't like what I see on on social media. I just don't like what I see, and I see it far too much, far too fucking much. And like Phil at the Vice Show said, when people see those type of videos and hear about these type of things, it affects people. People get angry, people get mad, and it ain't cool. But the only way that we can change that, enough bashing them, the only way we can change any of this is if we vote. If we vote. A lot of people don't vote. A lot of people think their vote don't count. And my fucking thing is, if you feel as though it don't count, what is it going to hurt to do? You get what I'm you know what I mean? Because that's how you get in these situations. Like that's how you get in these situations. People don't vote, and politics don't. I keep saying this: politics don't start at the top; they start at the bottom, and they work their way up to the top. So if you start voting in your local elections, that's voting for your mayors, your governors, and your senators, and the president, and all that, things will change. But something needs to be done. Like this doesn't make any fucking sense. Shit, like you're just killing people to be killing people. Your life, you felt as though your life was in danger. Like in Texas, if you're stealing from somebody's house at nighttime, they are allowed to use deadly force. If in a robbery in Texas at nighttime, they're allowed to use deadly force. What type of shit is that? Did that even sound right? Someone robbing somebody? I mean, even if they did have, I mean, if nobody's dead, I don't see the point of taking someone's life. Now, if somebody got a gun to your motherfucking head and they tell you they're gonna shoot you, you got a gun drawn and tell them to drop it and they don't, that's different. But somebody stealing something and just running out of the store, running around, they don't want them to die. Somebody stealing a car, it don't want them to die. It don't. But let things play out because, like I said, they're the overseers, and you know how what they were. So let me get up here because I'm just rambling at this point. But I just had to get that off my chest. The guy, I think his name Michael Roslin, ex-officer. And what kills me is after all this, they always fire the officers. They always fire them. And playing devil's advocate, I want to know is if you felt they were justified, why are they fired? That don't make sense to me, but whatever. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you to anybody that's listening to this or look at it. Please like, subscribe, share. All right, peace.